is going on this wonderful Thursday? I am
Yeah.
Joey Schneider. That is Dean Samples, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Press Start Pod. Man, what a good first episode we had last week. We
I had
really
a
enjoyed
blast,
it.
man.
It was so
I had a
good.
blast. Thank you to everyone who viewed it and watched it. Appreciate all of you.
We really appreciate every single person who watched. We had quite a few viewers throughout the show and a ton of people that watch the replay. So
Yeah.
let's get the word out, get your friends on. It's all interactive. Come talk to us about your favorite games for whatever system you play on. It's just a good time. Dean, I think oh yeah, I mean it was so good. I think one of my favorite was I was really waiting last week because we did our top 5 sports games. But I kind of wanted to keep that theme in the middle, and I wanted to talk about NCAA football this year. And Derek just wrecked it.
Right off rip, dude.
And I loved every second of it too.
We didn't get a chance to ease into it or nothing. He just went right into it. It's all right though.
He dove in the deep end, and that was it. I loved it too.
It's exciting though, so I don't blame him. I'm excited.
Oh, I mean everyone's excited. What have you been playing since we last talked a week ago?
I'm still getting into Starfield a little bit. Try to play something else. I found a game called what is it called?
Is it power pressure washer?
No, I've played that though. That is relaxing.
I know that's like an ASMR video game.
So it's similar to Paperboy, but you're throwing like videos at the mailbox, like VHS tapes. I've been looking for something. I forget what it's called. I'll have to get back with you on that. But I just been looking for something to play. I miss Paperboy. I love Paperboy back in the day, and I have yet to find anything similar. And I don't know why. Like I don't know who owns the rights to that, or why it hasn't been reprinted or remastered or something. But Paperboy was awesome back in the day.
Paperboy was good.
Other than that, I've just been basically the same. I really want to get Dragon's Dogma. I really, really want to get it, but I'm holding off because I got so much in my backlog that I need to get to.
I feel like you should, just so that way I can talk about Rise of the Ronin and you can talk about Dragon's Dogma too.
Don't tempt me because I'll do it.
I'm not tempting you. I'm kind of telling you.
I played a lot yesterday of GoldenEye 007. I was enjoying every bit of that. Nothing new so far this week. Still trying to get deep into a few things, but how about you?
I made it a goal. I have, I really want to get into Rise of the Ronin. I'm about 5 hours in right now. But I'm kind of just letting that one. I'm going to get into it. I'm giving it time. But I'm playing just a little bit. I really dove deep into Helldivers too, some more, because so I got to last week. I was a level 31 Death Captain, which is that's just such a cool name. And then I got to level 35, and you become a marshal. And I was like, okay, but it doesn't sound as cool as Death Captain. So then this morning I played a couple of games. I hit level 40. And I am officially a Star Marshal now, which sounds better in Helldivers 2. And they just released a big patch for the game, fixing a bunch of bugs and stuff, and raising the level cap. Yeah, a few weapons got some power up. I'm still on still love the sickle, but they beefed up the oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on the name? The fire shotgun from the first War Metal.
Oh my god, what is that?
It's the breaker, but it's a fire version. It's the air version. Yeah. But they raised the level cap from 50 to 150, which is
people are mad about that too.
What?
I've seen a lot of people complaining about that on Twitter.
X. Why? Sorry.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's actually
everything I've read is bullcrap that they've brought it up to 150. Like, what's the point? And then they never explain themselves why they feel the way that they feel. So I'm just like, okay, you just complain and complain.
I feel like I feel like the level cap raise was good because there were so many people who were level 50, and they actually, the cool thing was they got all their backed up experience. So there was one guy I was playing with yesterday, the day before, he was like 97. I mean, I'm like, wow, like you can, yeah, you're really I mean, I love the game. Don't get me wrong.
I love it too. I wish I could play more.
It's one of the best first person shooters I probably played in the last 8 years to a decade. I mean, the community is great, and it's just, like we talked about it last week. It's so good. I like I said, you know, a little bit of Rise of the Ronin. I'm gonna jump in head first here, very very soon, probably beginning of next week. And still playing WWE 2K24. I mean, you know what? I love my faction. I'm waiting for some higher cards to come out, especially with WrestleMania weekend coming up.
That's why I'm wearing the ECW shirt. It's WrestleMania week.
Yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance, go and watch the replay of the Pile Driver Pod. Man, it was a good episode this week. Had some good guests with Paulie and
Wilbur Whitlock, and we had an exclusive match drop for a crazy Neo Pro Wrestling show coming up. But yeah, check it out.
It was a heck of a show.
Thank you.
But yeah,
honestly, man, I've been wanting to play Helldivers so bad. I got a group of buddies. We're in a group chat, and that's all we get together some nights and play. Work has been kicking me down this week, man. It's been a crazy busy week. I've gotten to play one match of Helldivers since the last episode. One.
Oh, you know, the one thing I'll say about Helldivers is it's hard to just like you jump in and one match is like, or you know, one, you know, whatever you're doing. You know, I guess match you could call it is you know, one between 20 minutes and half an hour. So it's kind of like if you don't have, you know, a solid, you know, chunk of time to kind of put into it, you're not going anywhere. But
I turned on at like 11 o'clock at night, played one match. It was like 11:40. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm beat.
But you still have, but you still have a blast with just that one match. But yeah, but then also, like I said, WWE 2K24. I've been playing my faction, and me and a buddy started my GM, which is, you know, that's always fun.
I like my game.
Built my character, so I'm going all out for that. But I think you know, we got some news and rumors we got to talk about. That
we got a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to get into this Stellar Blade demo that dropped earlier. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We got some news and rumors that we're going to get into now. We got some releases coming out in April. We got a bunch of things we're going to talk about. So yeah, let's dive into this news and rumors. What we got going on?
So first up, we have a lot of insiders saying that there is going to be a PlayStation showcase sometime in May. Not a state of play. They're saying that it's going to be a showcase, and the games that I have heard, now these are rumors. Take this with a massive grain of salt because obviously things change so much. Yeah, I mean, and who knows if this is, like I said, massive grain of salt, but potential PlayStation showcase in May, including games like Silent Hill Remake, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, Spider-Man 2 DLC, the brand new IP from Ben Studio. It's an open world game. Ben Studio is the studio that did Days Gone on the PS4. And I love Days Gone too. And but the big one is Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Oh my god, dude!
I would lose.
I love Ghost of Tsushima.
I mean, it's a big reason I love Rise of the Ronin, but oh my god, if they Ghost of Tsushima 2, forget about it. That's good. That would be huge. And then a lot of people are saying and more. So what that more is, who knows? You know, maybe an Astrobot or something. I mean, that was a good game.
I liked it. I enjoyed those.
Maybe they're gonna, because Wolverine got leaked, they're gonna force their hand and show off some Wolverine from Insomniac. Who knows? Maybe Naughty Dog will be there, or I think that we're coming up on the time, and especially because Sony really front loaded this year. I mean, we're eating good with Sony this year with, Helldivers 2 came out, and then you had Rise of the Ronin, and then you have Stellar Blade in April. You had probably what might be game of the year in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
The DLC.
So no, it's the second part. Second part of
I got a confession. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. A Final Fantasy ever.
That makes me very sad. I want you to know that.
I had a feeling it was going to. I'm sorry.
I'm okay on the outside, but I'm crying a little bit on the inside. So,
I mean, I'm sorry. I really haven't. I don't know why I haven't. It's not that they look bad to me. It's just, I don't know. I really can't give you an answer for that. Just never got around.
Are there any? Well, I mean, Starfield is technically an RPG. It's like a Western art. I mean, it's a Western RPG. Same. I guess you could. Like Cyberpunk is an RPG, and The Witcher.
I enjoy
they're all. Yeah, those aren't. Final Fantasy VII is. Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. It's a stylized RPG. It's not turn based like it was back in the day. Although I do love turn based JRPGs, but man, like Sony,
if they're done right, they can be fun.
Yeah, like I said, we've eaten well with the and everyone has with PlayStation early on in 2024, and I do think that all these games that they have been really talking about for a while now, we've come and seen to fruition. So they have to have something. I don't know. There's going to be something for the end of this year. It seems like Sony always does, but I think that kind of emptying the barrels and saying, okay, here's a lot of big stuff we got planned for the PS5 in the next year to 2 years. That's going to keep people going. Okay, I really want to see more on the what's PlayStation is going to be coming out with. Like I said, we know Wolverine. We know that
I'm ready for Wolverine, dude. That's my favorite Marvel character.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I hate that it got leaked though. I just feel like that's such a
bummer.
Yeah, I feel so bad for the devs that have been working on that game with Insomniac. What?
My boy Robbie came in. He said, "Hi, Pumpkin." I said, "Hey, girl."
There's Robbie right there. But I think that like I said, all the stuff that they were talking about last year has all came out in the first part of this year for PlayStation, and now it's time to show us what they got coming for the next year to 2 years. Get people excited, get those PS5s still pumping out the door. And man, if it's true, and I really hope it is, we could be in store for some really good stuff.
I hope so, man. I'm loving some of the remakes they're coming with. I'm a huge horror fan, so I've been waiting for this Silent Hill. I'm excited for that. What's a remake that you would love to see on a next gen console, like completely redone from the ground up, but you know what I'm saying, done right?
So there's some games I just would not want them to remake because it's just like,
of course.
Like I wouldn't want them to remake Paperboy. I mean, like you're kind of like, because in one sense you're like, okay,
I don't like a remake, but like just put it out, like kind of like how I can play 007. It looks exactly how it used to be. Like throw it on something. I don't know why it's not part of a collection somewhere. It's such a good classic game. You can't play it anywhere. Unless you have the physical game. I'm sure you can get it on PC somewhere, but still.
Robbie coming back with they need to remake a 007 like on N64. Yeah, I mean they did do the remaster that's on Xbox.
I love it.
Robbie and Dean are just in sync right now. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. I'm trying to think what would be a good what would be a because it's I'm trying to think of like old school, like what would I want to see remade
You know what I want?
from like Super Nintendo.
Kevin said Top Gun
Oh
Maverick.
my god. Kevin
I
says
mean, they
Top
had
Gun.
Ace. What is that? Ace Combat 7.
Yeah,
They got like the Top Gun Maverick add-on pack. So,
yeah, they got all the Ace Combats.
but that was cool,
That's
though.
but I would probably say like oh god, that is really a tough question because I'm going straight to like Super Nintendo and what would I want to see from Super Nintendo. But I'm gonna go with like a proper remake. You know why this question is tough for me? Oh no, I think we lost Dean. We lost Dean for right now. Or he's frozen. But Dean's question was what game would you want to see remade? And that's a really tough one because the one game that I personally would love to see remade, they are actually remaking, which is Metal Gear Solid. So let's get Dean back on the stage here.
I don't know what the hell happened there. I just got booted. Sorry. Lost me, but I'm back. I was saying what I would really love to see is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. One of those. I love
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. When you were gone, I said it's a tough question for me because the game that I always want to see remade, they're remaking, which is Metal Gear Solid 3. So that's a tough one. I would probably say like what for me would be cool. Last week, oh my god, that's Robbie. Me and you are. I was just about to say. Remember how last week we were talking about not just Fight Night. We were talking about Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
Persia, and like how they did the the graphics and that with the 2.5D graphics. I'd love to see like that, but with Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That would be really cool.
That would be cool, actually.
Like the fighting is the same, but the graphics have that 2.5D look to them, stylized, and you get Mike Tyson with the tattoo.
You gotta have the face tattoo, man. You gotta have the face tattoo.
If you don't give me the face tattoo, at least give me like the first fight out of prison, Mike Tyson, the one that just stared that dude down and then ate him. That's
you can bite your ear off and stuff. And try to bite your ear off.
Robbie is just gems. Medal of Honor.
Oh, dude, Medal of Honor. That was before Call of Duty became what Call of Duty was. Medal of Honor was that.
Medal of Honor was Call of Duty before Call of Duty was Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor just faded into obscurity. It never had a chance to see itself become the villain.
We're gonna remake a Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Oh man.
Need for Speed Underground 2.
Rockstar is just in on another level.
I seen a rumor. I don't know if it's true. It was on April Fool's, but I seen that Rockstar and CD Projekt Red are. That was false. That was a fool's joke.
That was an April Fool's joke.
I got really excited. I was like, that could be something really cool.
It could, but no. But in other news, just to show some love to Xbox, because I don't want people to think that I'm a console wars guy. I hate the console wars. I hate it, Dean. I hate the console wars. Why can't we all just love everything?
Yeah, I have them both. I don't mind them.
I know. I hate the console wars.
This is my physical copy that I picked up today. I don't know if you can see it. Rise, Son of Rome.
Oh yeah. That was a very early game on what was that? That was on Xbox One. Oh
man.
But to show some love to the to Xbox out there, there are talks that Gears of War 6 is going to be shown at some point this year, and everyone who has said this has said it is going to blow people away with what they are doing at the Coalition, the developers of Gears of War. I will tell you right now, Gears of War is my favorite franchise on Xbox.
You said Gears of War over Halo? I like that. I like that answer.
Well, hang on. Let me. Right now, it's my favorite franchise. Okay. Now, if you want to go back to like or to like 360, that's like Halo 3, Gears of War 1 came out. Not Gears 1, 2, and 3, and Halo 3. Those were pretty even. But I liked Halo.
Gears was a game changer.
Halo Reach. Oh, it was a huge. You had Marcus Phoenix with a chainsaw gun, a chainsaw assault rifle, the Lancer, on the cover. Did you need to play the game to know you were going to like it?
No. I knew right then. Once I seen it, I was like, yes, that's awesome. I'm about this. Forza, yeah. I just got the Xbox. I need to download Forza. I haven't played Forza in a long time.
We got Robbie here with Forza. Forza is, I'm going to say this. Forza has, I thought that like Gran Turismo 3 on the PlayStation PS2 was like peak racing. And then Forza started coming out with like Forza Horizon, and that became peak. Now I will 100. I'm going to give 100% credit where credit's due. The last Gran Turismo 7, was absolutely phenomenal on the PlayStation 5.
Really? That's one I was getting ready to download.
I would put it up there with Forza as far as racing goes. It is as legit gets. Just awesome game. Tons of stuff to do. Great cars. Some cool customization. It is on track, so it's just a matter of you like that open world kind of zaniness with Forza Horizon, or do you like Forza Motorsport, Gran Turismo on track? For me, I like both, so it's just a matter of it's a matter of the actual racing and the physics and how the cars look and the customization and the stuff you could do. But Gran Turismo 7 was great, but Forza is still just out of this world. But they really made some big steps forward with Gran Turismo 7.
What does Need for Speed, in your opinion, need to do to get back on top?
I like the last one. I played
Unbound?
it with my Unbound. Yeah,
I like it too. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was pretty good. My daughter loved it. We played the hell out of Unbound. It was like her first like big racing game that she played. Like she had her own cars in my game that like I couldn't have the same car. She had to, but I loved it. It was fun. And but I don't know if we're ever gonna get, for me, peak Need for Speed was Underground 1 and 2.
I know. I was about to say, give us a Need for Speed Underground 2 remake or 1, and I'll be happy.
Need for Speed Underground 3. Just lean into it, more faster, more furious, and then just put just family on the cover. I think they made that Fast and the Furious game.
Underground Family Edition.
Oh my, that's what oh my, I would buy that. So I would buy like 6 copies of that.
You get a fucking collectible steelbook. Sorry, F-bomb and a swear jar.
It's all right. I would buy like 5 copies. One for me.
I would too.
One for Vin. One for Mia. just run down. One for The Rock.
Yeah. For Luda.
Jason Statham. Luda. But so that is we do have some Helldivers 2 news as well. We talked about the Helldivers 2 earlier. Helldivers 2 is getting new content on April 11th. It is the Democratic Detonation War Bond pack. So another War Bond page for you to keep saving them war bonds and spread democracy and liberty. So you can get some stuff, but it is based around explosive damage. There are 3 new armors in the set, 4 new weapons. Yeah, obviously there should be 4. One is a really good looking AR that I'm excited about because there really aren't any good ARs in the game.
It really isn't.
Another,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, it's a armor penetrating assault rifle. Looks really cool as well. There is a bolt action explosive rifle, as well as and a crossbow. Crossbow that fires exploding darts.
I don't know what it is. If there's a game and there's a bow, I'm taking it I have to have it. I love shooting a bow in a video game. I don't know why. Far Cry, I'll be taking dudes out from a distance. What is it? Assassin's Creed, same thing. I'm running around with the bow, just popping people. I love it.
I love it.
I don't know why it's so satisfying.
There's also a grenade launcher pistol that is coming to Helldivers 2 in this. So, bugs are screwed. I'm gonna send every bug to hell with. I'm gonna have an armor that's got +2 grenades with a grenade pistol, shooting explosive rounds. You can go to hell.
Oh my!
For democracy, as well as there's a new grenade and a new booster which helps you extract faster. I don't know how good that's going to be. I really don't. I mean, you just use localization booster and stop the enemies from coming. Then you throw down an orbital laser. You're good to go. I don't need to get out 20 seconds faster. I actually would rather just send everyone to hell.
Right? I feel like that'd just be way more satisfying and way much easier.
We got David saying Paperboy and NES for a remake.
Yes.
That I mean, maybe if they did like the Prince of Persia, the 2.5D graphics.
That's okay. It don't have to be all crazy. Just make it look good.
Yeah, but that is. What was that?
Paperboy was that, man. I love Paperboy.
Oh my god. You know what? And it was so much fun because I think my favorite thing about Paperboy was, I mean, you're breaking windows. You're getting in the mail, like you're trying to do your job right but also
hit dogs in the face that are coming at you.
Yeah. But also just causing as much mayhem as possible. So Paperboy was the best. But you know what? That is the news and rumors for this week.
I do have one thing I want to add to that though before we go.
About Paperboy?
No. So, the British Academy Film Awards did a poll before their award show. And there's around 4,000 people got in this poll. And the poll was around the most iconic video game character. Can you guess who was the one that had the most votes?
I mean, Super Mario?
Nope.
I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna play the guessing game because I want to get it right.
Lara Croft.
That's bullshit.
That's when I seen. I was like, wow. Now I want to ask you, in your opinion, who is the most iconic video game character?
Mario. That's not even close. It's Mario. Mario is like kind of the universal face of video games.
I agree.
I mean, you could argue.
She was the first like real badass chick, dude. Like
Lara Croft, icon. I'll put her in icon status, Master Chief, icon. A lot of icons out there. But like, if you're asking me like who is like the one character that almost everyone universally would know, I'm gonna say Super Mario. That
or like Zelda, you know what I'm saying, or Link.
Link's up there, but I'm still. Yeah, I mean, you could pretty much go any. You could pick a Charizard, Kirby. Yeah. You could pick most Nintendo characters. People know who they are, but Mario is.
Yeah, Mario.
He's the face to me.
He got his own theme park, bro.
Super Mario World is coming to Universal Studios in 2025. I know this because I am going on vacation to Universal Studios in a few weeks, and it is not going to be open, so that makes me upset. It's okay. We're going to go back next year. We're going to go back next year.
I'll go with you, buddy.
You're more than welcome. Bring the family.
I'm going to dress like Mario.
That's it.
I'll go for
we'll do our 1 year anniversary from Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Kevin said if you're here, I need you to get on that right now. Get the hotel booked and get everything set for me and Dean to do our 1 year anniversary from Super Mario World and Universal Studios. But let's jump into the Stellar Blade demo. I know that you did not have time to download it and play.
I did. I downloaded
it
yesterday. I was going to tell you, I downloaded it yesterday. I just haven't opened it yet. I've been super busy, but I'm excited to dive into it, and I want to hear what you have to say about it.
I freaking loved it. I love the controversy around it. I love everything about it. It's very stylized action. Reminds me of one of my favorite franchises, definitely in the top 20, which is the Devil May Cry. So it's very similar combat, crazy enemies. I don't need a big, I love big open world games, but I don't need big open world games all the time. So this is very much a more linear, story driven type game. Your main character's name is Eve. Eve is hot. Eve has jiggle physics. People are not happy with the jiggle physics.
Why?
I don't know. She even has a nude armor. Now she's not 100% naked, but it doesn't leave much to the imagination. And
I'm sure that's going to change.
But the director of the game said, it's actually without the armor. It's the nude armor. You have no armor, so it makes the game harder. But you have something else. You're kind of distracted too.
I can see that.
So you kind of want to keep Eve in armor because it's going to make it easier. But people are losing their damn minds over the fact that she's a very I don't know how to put this without sounding creepy. She's a very beautiful, voluptuous character, and people are upset about it. But the problem is it's not. They actually didn't overdo it. Her model looks. I mean, is identical. Like there's a model that they use for Eve, and I believe she is South Korean, and she is a very attractive young lady. I don't want to be creepy. I'm damn near 40, but I love people losing their minds about the jiggle physics in this game. It's hysterical. The game itself is extremely fun. Like I said, very Devil May Cry like. It's gonna be another banger. I know it's gonna be another win for Sony.
What is the extent of this demo? Have you
It's about an hour.
About an hour. Okay.
It's about an hour long. They give you a taste. They give you just a small taste of what it's like. And I think that's good for the demo, for demos nowadays is, I don't give me 4 hours and then I have to replay that whole thing again. Give me a solid hour. Let me play around with the controls. Let me see what it's like.
That's enough to let me get acclimated and want more.
You play a boss and you fight a boss at the end. So it shows you how crazy it kind of shows you where the bosses are heading in the game, as well as just how good the game is in general. And I loved it. Great demo. I'm definitely picking it up this month, which we will talk about here pretty soon. But I got why don't we jump right into that? What is coming out in April aside from Stellar Blade, which you could download the demo right now on PlayStation, and it is fantastic.
There was really not much that is big except for Stellar Blade. There's a lot of smaller indie titles. I did see there was a Final Fantasy DLC that was coming out in April, which that's right up your alley. But no real titles that ring a bell, to be honest with you, just except for Stellar Blade.
Well, February and March were huge months for gaming. They usually are. April usually has some good games too, but You can't always have a million games coming out every month. I will, I have to I have to buy it. I've bought it every year. I know that you have it on the Game Pass, but a game that I really need to get is MLB The Show. I buy it every year. I think that just because usually there's not that many games, and this year it's just like there's a ton. Especially with the Guardians playing the way they are. Good Lord. If you guys don't know, this podcast, Press Start Pod, the Press Start Pod, we are part of Believeland Media, based near Cleveland, Ohio. So we are mostly fans of all Cleveland teams.
Yes, sir.
I know Dean is, there's one or two of us that might like another team from somewhere else. But man, Guardians win again. So it's making me really want. I like that makes me want the show even more. When the guards are playing well, you're like, oh, I gotta get the show.
I know. I just picked up MLB The Show 22, the Steelbook edition off PlayStation Direct for $14. Going with Shohei Ohtani on it and the cool anime Steelbook.
Oh man, that was the Ultimate Edition with him with like the full samurai gear, and he had his bats were like katanas. I was like, oh, that's
sweet.
That was a good before he became a villain and went to the Dodgers.
I might still buy the physical copy of it. I do that with hockey. I don't know why I have all the physical copies of NHL.
Well, Dean showed me some pictures from the exchange and how every game there is $4,000. And you know what? I
seen it today, and I was just like, I got to show him. I got to show him what I'm talking about.
I have to look up something real quick. Okay, so
the Bloodborne Complete Collector's Edition is what blew me away.
Was that sealed?
No,
it wasn't. Okay, because I'm Bloodborne. I'm looking it up right now. I need to know.
I seen the Bloodborne Collector's Edition. It was a little banged up.
Oh, it was
$250.
That was a collector's edition.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
from a distance. It looks like it just says complete edition. It's the collector's edition.
Oh,
it's not really big. It probably just has some concept art and some other cool shit.
Yeah, did it have the steel case?
No, unless it was inside the box. It was like a little cardboard box, like a thick case. That's all it really was. There wasn't much to it. So I'm kind of curious what's entailed in it.
That's insanity. I'm not paying.
I love that game though. It's a great game. It's a great game.
You know what? I used to buy I used to be all physical, and I used to buy every collector's edition. Now I only buy digital. I'll buy like deluxe editions if they come with enough content to warrant it. But if I'm being honest, I'm gonna be honest here. Of all the games that I ever bought, collector's edition, stupid $250 collector's editions, there were two games, only two, that were ever worth it for me personally. I'm gonna tell you the two. The first one, Batman Arkham Knight.
Yes.
The last one, it was a $90 collector's edition that came with I think it was like a 17 or 18 inch statue of Batman that you pulled off. It was Batman standing over
like a building
Gotham. Yeah. No, it was Batman standing over Gotham, and there was a building you pulled off in the back and pressed a button, and like the lights from the city popped or turned on and like lit sweet. Batman up. It was. I still have the statue somewhere. It was, and then it came with a steelbook, and it came with a comic, and it came with the game, and it was for $90. I'm like, this is like a $200.
That's sweet, actually. That's pretty sweet.
That was number one. Number two, and only because I did turn a monster profit on it. When the original Mass Effect came out, Mass Effect was an exclusive for the Xbox 360. Not a lot of people remember that. Not a lot of people, and I think we'll talk about this one show, because there was a time when Xbox 360 was like, when it first came out, it was like it was dominating PS3.
It was
PS3 caught up, and I believe surpassed it later in the generation. But man, like early on,
it just seemed like later on, it's the Red Ring of Death was more common, and it was just
people didn't even. I mean, it sucked, but people would just buy new ones. It
I got it 3 times, dude, and I was like, I'm done. I went to PlayStation.
You know what?
3.
I'm not gonna wood. I actually never got the Red Ring of Death, so
Ooh,
yeah,
lucky.
I got lucky. But I bought the collector's edition, which only could be bought at Best Buy. And it came in like the real thick metal cases. Remember when they had those?
Oh yeah.
For 360, the real thick metal cases. And I didn't and I didn't open it. And I sold it years later for like I sold it for like $1,400.
Damn.
It was I didn't open it. It was beautiful. So
there's money to be made, man.
I got my bag.
Secured the bag, my boy.
You got it. If you know, I had a bunch of games I wanted to buy. Dean, I got a question for you.
Okay.
We talk a lot about the new games we're playing and stuff like that, but what is your go-to comfort game? Like no matter what you're playing, no matter what system, it could be new, it could be old. What's you have a game like your go-to comfort game? Like you're sick, you don't want to play Helldivers 2, you don't want to play this, you just want like a mindless game, and you want to just play it. What do you go to?
I have a couple. I have 2 big ones. Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's go do some cowboy stuff. Just roll around.
Some cowboy.
It's relaxing to me.
You about to quote Hangman Page?
Yeah, some cowboy shit. Another one is Doom Eternal.
Those don't seem like comfort games to me, but
I love it. But then there's these 2 indie games that they're not the greatest. I mean, I love them. It's called Party Hard. There's 1 and 2, and Hotline Miami 1 and 2.
Oh my god! Just you're hardcore with your comfort games. I love it.
They're so fun.
I love it though.
They're so fun.
Hotline Miami is crazy. Both 1.
It is, dude. It's wild. I accidentally stumbled upon that a few years ago, and I'm like, this game is awesome. And I see number 2, and I got excited.
The top-down gore just going nuts.
That's kind of how Party Hard is. You're like a serial killer, and you got like these different levels. You got to try to like take everybody out or certain people out without being noticed. It's fun. I don't know. I can just sit there and play for hours trying to get through these levels.
I'm gonna be honest. My comfort games are gonna make me sound like a pansy compared to yours. You're like what's a comfort game, Dean? What's a game like when you're sick you want to play? I want to like gory shit where you're killing everyone. You're a serial killer in one.
Anarchy.
Yeah, I mean I can. I'm a devilish cowboy in the other, just doing cowboy shit. My go-to comfort game is Stardew Valley. I love Stardew Valley. If I'm feeling like crap, I'll start up a brand new farm, do some farming.
That's great. Oh, that's good.
That response, that's great. It's either
such a huge difference case.
Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Oh,
right. I'll water mine down a little bit. If I got my Switch,
no. It's perfect because that we have just a wide range of. we play a lot of the same stuff, but our comfort games are just as far apart as they could possibly be.
The
farthest. One, you're a serial killer. The other, you're a 16-bit farmer just trying to get his farm off the ground that his grandpa left him.
Living a simple life.
Let's combine those games, and now, like, you have to try and find me in Stardew and murder me as a serial killer.
You ever played Cult of the Lamb?
Yes, I have. Cult of the Lamb is phenomenal.
That is fun. That's a good one. I played that for a while.
I have so many good. There's like so many good games like that on the Nintendo Switch. Like,
I know.
Like Hollow Knight.
That's a good one.
Have a Nice Death? We play as the Grim Reaper. That one's awesome. Hades.
Hades is really good. I enjoy
Hades is phenomenal. What's the oh my god, Cells? Is that it?
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells. Jeez, thank you.
And then they did the whole Castlevania crossover.
Yeah, that was awesome. There's so many good games like and those are roguelike. Some are roguelike, some are Metroidvania style games.
I heard. Oh man, now I'm curious. I'm about to look this up, but the creators of Dead Cells said they're going to stop doing content for that, and they're looking to do a roguelike video game similar to Dead Cells. Oh, let me look. It's over a movie or something.
They want to do a movie.
Hold on.
Oh my god. Stray Jinx here. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I had that game on PC, and I swear I played that game constantly. I'd have friends come over. I think we were like 9 or 10 or something like that. We played Where the World is Carmen Sandiego. That game was good.
Hell yeah.
The game was even better. The game was better than the show. And the show was fun too.
Thanks for joining in, Jinx. It's the press start pod. If you ever want to come on and talk video games, you're a big gamer. Let's see, man. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I just looked it up. They're going to make a Prince of Persia roguelike game similar to Dead Cells. It's interesting.
That's interesting because they just came out with the Prince of Persia game.
Seems a little soon, but you got to strike it with.
I think we lost. Did we lose Dean again?
No.
Nope, Dean's here.
I'm here.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love our comfort zone games. Oh, that's so good, so good.
We need to clip that.
Oh yeah, Brandon Lewis. I'm sure. I don't know if he's watching now. He's clipping that. It's going on everywhere. But we're gonna jump into last week we did our top 5 sports games of all time. If you didn't check it out, go back and watch last week's episode to check out. And we had no crossover. Crossovers.
This is gonna be a little fun way how we're gonna start closing out the shows. Do a little top 5 of different things, video game related,
different genres, different characters, just a little bit of everything. But today we're doing top 5 first-person shooters of all time. We each get a top 5. We each get an honorable mention, and we talked before the show. We decided so we cannot have the same game. We cannot have the same game at all unless it is our number 1 game, because you can't replace your number 1 game.
Right.
I'm not going to put my number 2 in my number 1. So just because it's your number 1, so got to be different, with the exception of number 1.
If you say mine, it'll be so it should be good.
You got to repeat what you said. You kind of broke up there for a minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like if you say you're number 1 and it's the same as mine, then we're gonna accept it. But anything else, okay.
Gotta change it.
Yep, gotta change it.
I started off last week, so I'm gonna let you start this week. So you gotta go honorable mention.
My honorable mention is a game called Fear. It was F. I love
good
that
choice.
One.
That's a good choice.
That was a good one.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say my honorable mention and my 5. My 5 is it's going to be Half-Life, the first one.
Oh, very good. I thought about it, but I was like, this might be a game that Dean puts in his top 5.
Right.
I was thinking, but so my honorable mention, and it's a game that just came out, is Helldivers 2. I'm putting it in as my honorable mention. I'm gonna tell you why. very quickly, because I haven't played a good first person shooter like this in so long.
Yeah.
And the community is great. It's a game. It reminds me so much of another game that I have on my list that we'll talk about, but the community is great. I've made so many friends, and it's not that don't just play the Helldivers, they play other stuff, and we've gotten into other games. So many people have been playing Helldivers, and then they also have been playing Rise of the Ronin, which does have a co-op mode in it as well. So like we're getting ready to play co-op mode in Rise of the Ronin. So that I'm putting that at my number 5 because, like I said, it's probably one of the best first-person shooters I've played in a decade. That's my honorable mention. And then my number 5 is the original BioShock.
Ooh. Okay.
It was a little horror, a little action, a lot of cool stuff. I'm putting that at my number 5 for first-person shooter.
That's a good one. So my number 4. I'm gonna go with remember Battlefield Bad Company 2?
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be my number 4. I love that game.
That's a good 4. That's a damn good 4.
That was a good game. I love
that. Was. I wish, you know what? I really enjoyed Battlefield. Is just such a weird franchise because it's like some of them are gems and others are just garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the same for Call of Duty as well.
Yeah, but at least Call of Duty is consistently both good and bad at the same time. I don't even know how that's possible. It's like Call of Duty at times is like the best first-person shooter and the worst first-person shooter I've ever played.
Like, how does that even happen?
How can I love this garbage? If I'm being honest, that's how every Call of Duty player is. How do I love this garbage? That is legitimately what Call of Duty is. And with that being said, I am still excited for to see Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War when it gets shown this year. Strange Jinx is summed up Call of Duty perfectly. With that is the effing truth. No, I think we lost Dean again. Oh no. Dean is lost again. I'm gonna hold off on my 4 my 4 through 1 because I want to make sure Dean gets back in. But if you guys are listening, what are some of your top first person shooters? I'd love to hear from the people that are watching right now. I'm sure you guys are going to put some of the ones that I have or some of the ones that Dean has. But that Red Dead is awesome, but Red Dead is a third person shooter. We're going strictly first person shooters here.
I don't know what is going on. The weather's been crappy. My internet's been choppy. I'm getting new internet around the 15th. I cannot wait. I apologize.
Nah.
So where were we third?
It's I'll beat you later. So your number 4 was Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yep.
I'm going with my number 4, Doom 1993 for the PC.
Oh,
like original Doom, like the Doom that started it all. So Doom can be now we can have different Dooms on our list, just so you know. It's because I'm very specific about which Doom is was my number 4. But it kind of started off that really was like the start of the first person genre right there. And it was terrible graphics that were just the best also. So that is my number 4. Number 3, Dean.
I'm following suit. Mine's Doom Eternal.
I thought about it, but I got three big hitters coming up for my top three. My number 3, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay.
It's
I thought you
for,
almost took mine.
For me, that was and maybe I'm going nostalgia, but that to me kicked off the kind of like the modern the modern military shooter. And it was just that's where I was going with the Helldivers. Like at the time, that community was so good. You would play with it. Didn't get real toxic until like 2 or like Modern Warfare 2 or 3, but maybe near the end of that one. But yeah, so my number 3 for shooter of all time, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
I like it. My number 2 is GoldenEye 007 for N64.
All right. It's a good game. It's a real good game. My number 2.
I love that game. The pause music, that's my ringtone to this day.
I'm not gonna talk about it right now. My number 2 game of all time is Halo Combat Evolved. The original Halo is that is my number 2 game. My number 2 first-person shooter of all time, the original Halo. I mean, that was kind of with Call of Duty and Doom before that. It was like that kind of started the whole first-person sci-fi genre. I mean, and the gameplay was so good. Just the couch co-op was perfect. The weapons were awesome. Everything about it was great. And it was at the time when Xbox was kind of pioneering online. Yeah, I remember playing the game online and going, "Oh my god, like this is crazy."
Right.
I've never seen anything like this before in my life. So that is my number 2. So we are on to your number 1, Dean.
My number 1 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original.
Okay. So you know what? I can agree with that being number 1. I Modern Warfare 2 was good. I went with the one prior to that because that just kind of broke open the whole military shooter thing. And I loved the Barrett sniper rifle in that game. But that game was just like everything in both those games they were damn near perfect. They were
like the original Black Ops and everything. Those are some good games, man.
I mean, you could go. I mean, I would say, I don't know if anyone would argue with me, but if I said that the best 4 Call of Duties would be the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the one that started it all on 360 and PS3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. And whatever order you want to put them, I'd say that those are probably the top 4. Some people might put like Black Ops 3 or something in there, but I'm not as big of a fan of Call of Duty going futuristic. But my number 1, and I kept it because I hate you, is GoldenEye for the N64.
Such a good game, dude. Such a good game.
So I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it.
I mean, there's other good ones that you can say Quake 2, Quake 3 Arena. You can say Perfect Dark,
Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, Unreal Tournament.
Jinx with the Turok.
Turok. I love Turok.
There have been so many rumors of them. Was it? Oh no, that wasn't Turok. There were rumors of Capcom doing another Dino Crisis.
I was say, don't get me excited.
They did do a Turok, I think, for the 360 though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but I mean, my number 1 is GoldenEye. I just some people, it's nostalgia. It is because you're not going to go get an N64 right now, boot up GoldenEye, and have more fun with it than other games.
I would.
but at the time, it was the best first person shooter. It wasn't even close.
Oh, the golden gun! Hell yeah, Stray.
I mean, and it had so many. That was it. It had so many cool weapons and characters you played as. I mean, it was Bond. I mean, I grew up watching James Bond. Like me and my dad would always go every new Bond movie that came out since I can remember. We'd go and see. And
those split screen matches with your friends, though, man.
Oh my god,
dude, those guys
yeah.
are so intense.
Yeah, and then you were losing, you'd stand up and you'd cover your buddy square and just just keep going. Oh my god, yeah, GoldenEye was peak. I think that and I think that I look back on the N64 fondly because of not just we talked we were talking last week about the wrestling games. Because I look on those very, very well, and obviously Mario 64, and
this is probably a bold take. You can go ahead and say that I will put the N64 in the conversation for one of the greatest consoles of all time.
I would say that it's in the conversation, but
yeah,
I think that
the conversation it probably ain't. But
I'm going to say that that is definitely a good conversation for next week.
Let's do that.
Let's bookmark that. Next week we're going to be talking about the best consoles.
We can rate them.
I don't even think we're going to do a top 5 consoles. We
will do a combined. We'll rank them.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll make a graphic and post it, and so you guys can read it and let us know what you think. If you can change things around, leave us in the comments. Let us know. We want to hear your guys's. But yeah. I think that's going to be a good conversation.
That's going to be. I think there might be some fighting going on in that one.
All right, so I'm going to say this: multiplayer bond with your friends on N64 with 4 controllers is almost damn near even with having LAN parties in the same room with Halo with old Xbox.
Okay, so I think those two systems are very similar in pushing the industry forward with multiplayer, and both of them were very instrumental, those two consoles, and that's why I think
they're the pioneers of multiplayer gaming. Our founding fathers.
They were the Lewis and Clark of they explored where no man explored before, except the Native Americans. Which was everyone else, but no, they plotted the course of where the industry went, and we will talk all about that next week as we talk about the best consoles in the history of gaming. That's gonna be a good conversation.
I agree. I'm gonna get the whole list down.
I'm starting from. We're starting
everything in there.
We're starting from NES, and we're going. I'm leaving Atari out. We're leaving Atari out. Okay.
All right.
Pong doesn't make the list, Dean. It's a good game, but I'm leaving Pong off the list.
Bastard.
But this has been a fun episode as usual. Thank you everyone who has tuned in, who has interacted. If you guys want to rewatch the replay, you can check it out on Twitter.
Let's get our followers up, man. This is our second episode.
Wait, we got an old man showing his age real quick in television.
Good Lord, Janice.
Kevin, what was it like when you were watching the TV when the space shuttle landed on the moon? You know what makes me angry? This is what makes me angry. Is Kevin Sleds, who is our boss. Kevin Sleds is just turned a certain age. A certain age. He is 1 year younger than half a century. I don't want to say the age. Not going to say it, the number, but he's old.
28.
He looks, I'm 39 and he looks 10 years younger than me. It makes me angry. That's why whenever we do All Things Cav, which we're gonna have a special episode of All Things Cavalier on Saturday, so I can get my frustrations out. Me and Kevin Sleds. I always introduced him as the ageless wonder, or something that has to do with Benjamin Button, or how does he look so damn young? Aging like a fine wine. Oh God, I'm aging like a piece of cheese. Oh man, this is a fun episode. Thank you to everyone who tuned in.
Yes,
if you guys want to, no, go ahead.
I was to say, make sure you go follow Believable Media and all their shows. We got a little bit of everything for everybody. We got Guardians of the CLE, All Things Cavalier. We got a Pile Driver podcast, Brown and Orange Weekly. We got High School on Deck. We got everything. Like on the captains, baseball series. Yeah, Akron Rubber Ducks. People want to say Akron Arrows. I will never get over that.
It's rough if that's what you grew up on. Make sure you follow Dean at DSamps_216. Follow myself at Goodfella_Joey. It's right on the screen there for you, just in case you're wondering. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm Joey Schneider. That's Dean. And this was the press. I know your last name.
Well, you said yours. You just said that's Dean. I'm just messing with you.
D Samps. You want me to redo it? I'd redo it.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm Joey Schneider.
I only did that because of Pile Driver. I forgot to change
it. I'll redo it for you, just so you feel special. You deserve it. You deserve it. I'm Joey Schneider. That's Dean Sample, and this is the Press Start Pod. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Please.